trick. I'm going to juggle Nigel Farage dolls. Even Scotland's weather is crying tonight.
Yes, it is.
We were asked to write love letters to Europe today, and I wrote mine at about 7 o'clock, 7:15 this morning, after doing an interview for Berlin Radio. And I got a lovely letter from a teacher in Berlin saying she'd heard my interview and how much it meant to her to hear the voice of Scotland and to hear Scotland wanting to be part of Europe. But when I wrote my letter to all EU families like mine, my lovely husband Hans is here in his kilt because we've just come from a burn supper. And he was able to come here easily and work as a doctor for over 30 years looking after Scottish people because it was so easy to come here because of freedom of movement. My son has 2 friends who have married girls from outside Europe, and they've not been able to bring their wives and partners here. We've had that advantage. Now, I was on a visit to Berlin in 2016 with a delegation from Parliament, and we were sitting in their Foreign Office. And the people from the delegation were saying things like, oh, if you would only get rid of freedom of movement, the UK would stay. And I just pointed out, do you know where we're sitting? Do you know where this building is? This building was behind the wall. This building was behind the Iron Curtain. And you're here talking about freedom of movement as a problem. For all Germans, freedom of movement is something that is in their hearts. And to hear people from here talking about it as a problem, they didn't get any freedom of movement until that wall came down. And when people are feeling a wee bit fed up and, oh, it's not coming quick enough, and when's independence coming, and I thought we'd be moving quicker, and I'm impatient. Jesus, you can't be any more impatient than I am. If I could not go to Westminster on Monday, I'd be bloody happy. But my husband Hans and I were in Germany in August before the wall came down, and you couldn't see it falling. You could see trouble in East Germany, you could see there were issues with the government, but the idea that the Berlin Wall would fall in just 3 months, couldn't see that at all. And what did people do? They went to church, and then they went on the streets. Night after night, they marched to that wall, and in November 1989, that wall came down due to people power. Nothing other than people power. So maybe all under one banner need to be thinking about planning a march for London. Might cost us a bit, but maybe that's what we need to be doing. So be patient. What, an all under one banner one in London? Well, I never got an invite, never saw that one. Need to go down and camp out and show them that we will not go back in our boxes. We will be in control of our own future. So let us pray that come it may, as come it will for all that sense and worth o'er all the earth may bear the gree and all that. Come on, sing with me. For all that and all that, it's coming, yes, for all that man to man the world o'er shall brothers be for all that. Thank you. Keep fighting.